Marcus?
What?
Yep.
Yeah, Steve said he can hear us.
Stephanie, is your mic on?
Mine works here.
I do not have it on, but
Okay. Well,
since I wasn't speaking, I didn't turn it on.
okay,
Oh, Lordy, okay.
the regular meeting of the Aurora City Council for Monday, June 9, 2025 is called to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Kaufman,
Here.
Councilmember Coombs. Councilmember Bergen. Here. Councilmember Coombs,
Anybody have a flag pin?
Councilmember Gardner,
No flag.
Councilmember Hancock,
Some kind
Councilmember Jurenski. Here. Councilmember Casal.
No.
Councilmember Lawson. Here. Councilmember Medina.
Let's see, I'm gonna.
Councilmember Murillo. Mayor Pro Tem Sundberg. There's a quorum.
So a motion is in order at this time, Mayor, to go virtual. That's what council is
Mayor.
wanting to do.
Councilmember Bergen.
Yes, I'd like to suspend the rules to go virtual.
It's been moved by Councilmember Bergen, seconded by Councilmember Gassar to suspend the rules and go virtual. Discussion. Seeing none, we have to call for the question on that, right?
Yeah, call for the question.
Call for the question on the Bergen motion to suspend the rules and go virtual. Jason, you sure don't want to go back out there and talk to him?
Mayor Kaufman,
Mayor votes yes.
Councilmember Gardner,
Yes.
Councilmember Murillo. The motion passes with 9 yes votes to conduct the meeting virtually.
Please join me in an invocation. O Lord, our God and our Father, we come to you and we ask that you look upon this particular gathering tonight to keep us safe and guide us in our decisions. Bless our city with honorable citizens, industries, sound education, and good government. Unite our community together, even though we come from different backgrounds. We pray that there be justice and peace in our city. Give the city council and citizens the wisdom, direction, and sensitivity to the business and proceedings before us tonight. Hear us, therefore, as we commit this meeting to the help of the community. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. And we have a flag. Oh. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am the flag bearer.
Well, thank you, Mayor.
I turned right around.
Improvise.
Never done a virtual flag. That's awesome.
A virtual flag for a virtual meeting. Executive session update. During the executive session, we discussed contract negotiations. Adoption of the agenda. Motion is in order for the adoption of the agenda.
So move a minute.
It's been moved by,
So move.
oh, the minutes.
Proof of the
Motion is in order for the approval of the minutes for May 19, 2025. Councilmember Bergen.
Motion to approve the minutes for May 19th.
Moved by Councilmember Bergen, seconded by
Seconded.
Councilmember Jurenski, to approve the minutes for May 19, 2025. Discussion?
Mayor, I'm going to
Councilwoman.
abstain from the minutes because I wasn't here at the last meeting.
Very well. Further discussion? Seeing none, call for the question on the adoption of the minutes for May 19, 2025.
Mayor Kaufman,
Mayor votes yes.
Councilmember Gardner, Councilmember Gardner, Councilmember Murillo.
You're going heavy tonight here.
The motion passes with 8 yes votes to adopt the May 19th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Okay. See, approval of the consent calendar on motions. Motion is in order. Approval of the consent calendar
Adoption of the agenda.
on motions number 9A. Oh, wait.
We need adoption of the agenda.
Oh, we didn't. Okay. Discussion on that. Councilmember Bergen.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Moved by Councilmember Bergen, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Sundberg, to approve for the adoption of the agenda. The discussion? Seeing no discussion, call for the question on the adoption of the agenda.
Mayor Kaufman,
Mayor votes yes.
It's just 10A.
Councilmember Gardner, Councilmember Murillo. The motion passes with 9 yes votes to adopt the agenda.
Motion is in order for the adoption of the consent calendar on resolutions and ordinances. Item number 10A1 to 10A7.
10B1 and 10 to 10B2.
Okay. And item 10B1 and 10B2. Motion is in order.
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Jurenski, second by Councilmember Casar, to approve the consent calendar for resolutions and ordinances, item number 10A1 to 10B2. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, call for the question on the adoption of the consent calendar on resolutions and ordinances, item number 10A1 to 10B2.
Councilmember Gardner. The motion passes with 9 yes votes to adopt the consent calendar for resolutions and ordinances.
Clerk, now please read the title to 11A. Item number 11A.
Item 11A is public hearing consideration of ordinance 2025-49, amending sections 146-462, 146-463, and 146-464 of the UDO pertaining to parking requirements.
Let's see. Public hearing is open with my virtual gavel. And presentation by staff.
Mayor, Pete Schultz, the city attorney. So this is one of the ordinances that we talked about at the last study session, one that was required by the legislature for us to bring forward to be in compliance with state law regarding the UDO ordinance pertaining to parking requirements. I can answer any questions on that, but I think you were all familiar with the presentation from study session 3 weeks ago.
And City Manager Jason Batchelor, we have planning staff if you have questions about the ordinance itself.
And consistent with the city's position would be a no vote.
So somebody should make a motion to approve, and then you vote accordingly.
Okay.
If that's the will of the council.
Even if you make the motion, you can still vote no.
Correct.
I urge a no vote. Motion is in order.
Well, actually, we need to finish the public hearing, so.
Oh, I'm
Do
sorry.
we have anybody that
Okay.
signed up to speak? Okay. Any questions of staff or the applicant? Since there is none, since we are the applicant. So-
Okay, then seeing none, public hearing is closed,
Mayor,
and
motion to approve item 11A because Councilmember Bergen wanted to and I wanted to beat her to it.
Do you want to second that?
Second.
okay, moved by Councilmember Jurenski before I even asked, and seconded by Councilmember Bergen to approve item number 11A. And again, I urge a no vote.
Aye, aye.
Am I correct, Madam Chair?
Aye, aye.
Fizzer, Madam Chair?
I might need for you to register.
Okay. For any discussion? Again, this is a no vote is consistent with our position before the state legislature.
It's the red button.
Okay.
Some people are colorblind and you don't know what disabilities people have.
Oh, now we're on the disability thing. Okay.
The X.
Okay.
Stop.
Yeah, I think.
Do not talk about color.
Stop it!
Okay. Clerk, please call the roll on the adoption of number 11A. Yeah, you all missed a lot out there, I'll tell you.
We didn't miss anything. I was right in there.
Oh, you were.
I was like flying a jet.
Clerk, please call the roll on the adoption of 11A.
Councilmember Coombs? The motion does not pass with 2 yes votes, 6 no votes for item 11A.
Clerk, now please read the title to item number 11B.
Item 11B is public hearing consideration of ordinance 2025-50, amending sections 146.32, 146.336G, 146.544, and 146.62 of the UDO pertaining to accessory dwelling units.
What was the vote on 11A?
It was 6 no and 2 for,
Okay,
6 to 2 on 11A.
okay.
So-
So, the public hearing is open for item number 11B, and presentation by staff.
So Mayor and Council, Pete Schulte, City Attorney. So this was, again, something we talked about at the study session 3 weeks ago. This is not a subject of any litigation, but this is, again, another ordinance that is required by the state legislature pertaining to accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, as you all know them by. And there is staff online that can answer any questions if you have any.
Questions of staff? Seeing none, public hearing is now closed and a motion is.
Oh, we have somebody who wants to speak.
I'm sorry.
We do. How do you want to handle that? You want us to bring them in here?
Who is it?
Vicky, Rebecca Vidori? I don't know.
Where's Kendall? Yeah, see if we can get Kendall. Hey, Jason, we have somebody who set up.
That's what I'm trying, do we know who it is?
Rebecca.
Rebecca Vidori?
Okay.
So a no vote is consistent again.
Yeah,
With our
this is
cities.
one that's not going to affect the litigation, but
Oh, it's not going to.
But we want to
it's
stay.
not but this is correct. This is you guys asking if this is best for the citizens of Aurora.
Right.
And it's not.
But it's kind of related,
Ward
isn't it?
6 is a no.
It's related, but
It's
it's
related
not.
to the
We're not, this isn't
litigation.
one that was included, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I imagine you guys will do what you did on the last one, but that's for you all to do, so.
Okay.
I leave here with a raging headache every week.
Me too, I got one. Don't worry about it. That's why I was in there flying a jet. I was flying a jet in there. I had all the control panels, watching over everything like a hawk.
She was in the control room.
I was a backseater once. I got so ill. I got so sick.
Oh, in the. Flying a jet?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people do.
Sweat pouring down.
I don't think I could do
I didn't eat anything because I didn't want to embarrass myself throwing up, so I had the dry heaves instead.
God.
Oh, we're on tape. Oh, no.
What a turn it.
I was going to
People are
remind
white.
you, but then I thought it was
Oh,
funny.
no.
For me, it was the C-130s. They line
Oh, the
up like
C-130?
cattle. You get in there, and you just have like, you're like sitting in a net.
you have a seatbelt?
No, you're like sitting in a net. It's like
Cargo
the
net.
most unsafe thing ever.
Cargo
I'm
net.
like, so there's no regulations for military to just get on a plane? Just get on a plane and you don't even buckle up?
No seatbelt?
No, you're like sitting in a net.
Yeah, it's like sitting on a net.
You're like just
She's
sitting on
right.
a net.
Oh, we used to lay on the cargo.
Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, because it would be loaded with cargo, so my legs were either like this, or I had them like on the cargo, flying in the C-130s.
Imagine flying from
Okay, what are we
Wire
waiting
to
No, wait, no,
Limestone.
we need the person who signed up to speak, and
If we
they're,
could
Yeah, I was just sitting and
goo in our ears to keep from going deaf.
and just moving
we
around.
take 5
Oh yeah, you had to wear,
Okay.
yeah, on C-130s, you had to wear.
They to wear the
ears.
goo.
Well, the time is now 7:06. We will stand at recess until 7:15. I haven't had complaints about that recently, but I used to get a lot, especially,
I cleared it out yesterday, the
Wow.
police will tell you. The one police officer walked up to me, I said, I need you to back up a little bit, you're gonna blow my cover. I'm here for the car show.
Mayor, there's nobody to speak for public comment.
there's nobody?
No.
Okay, great.
11B, close the public hearing.
Public hearing is closed.
Mayor, motion to approve item 11B.
Moved before I could would do anything by Councilmember Drinsky to approve item number 11B, and seconded by
Hancock.
Councilmember Hancock to approve item number 11B. Discussion? Wait, this is a public hearing. Okay, we closed the public hearing, so now we're on discussion.
So, yes, I just want to say that I'll be voting no to be consistent.
Okay, and I would urge a no vote on item number 11B to be consistent with the city's position on home rule.
They didn't sign up in advance.
Hearing, but they would have had to let the clerk know when they got here.
See, no further discussion.
Sign that we're wanting to speak on the public hearing are in there in the, or in the chambers.
Seeing no further discussion, call for the question on the adoption of item number 11B. What did she said they're out there?
Did you call the vote?
Yeah, I did. Call for the question on item number 11B.
Yeah, they're voting now. The vote has started, so.
They were also confused about the documentation they received as a.
They're in the Fletcher, those people are in the Fletcher room.
But there's more people still sitting in the chambers.
But we're virtual, why are you not in here?
Because there are people in the chambers.
Yeah.
And there are several of them that were wanting to speak on the public hearings that are still in here.
There was only one person signed up.
Okay, I think the documentation they received was a little confusing to them. They were showing it to me.
Too late now.
What's going on with all of this.
Yeah, I think that
I'll
they were.
let them know.
Call for the question on item number 11B. Mayor votes yes?
No, you vote no.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor votes no.
The motion does not pass with 7 no votes.
Oh, good.
I mean, 7 no votes, 2 yes votes from Councilmember Medina Murillo.
Okay. Clerk, now please read item number 14A.
Item 14A is ordinance 2025-48, annexing a certain municipally owned parcel of land located in the northeast quarter of Section 6, Township 4 South, Range 65 West of the 6th Principal Meridian, County of Arapahoe, State of Colorado.
Motion is in order.
Mayor, motion to approve item 14A.
Moved by Councilmember Drinsky, seconded by Councilmember Cassar to approve item number 14A. Discussion? Oh, I'm sorry. Can I have is there anybody from staff that can give a brief presentation on item number
If
14A?
needed, but yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and City Council. My name is Justin Andrews, Project Manager with the Office of Development Assistance. This is the final reading of this annexation ordinance for a city-owned 56.5-acre parcel of land located within Arapahoe County and generally located south of East Colfax and east of East 14th Avenue. This ordinance was approved on first reading at the May 19th council meeting. The process for annexing this city-owned parcel meets the city requirements for annexation and follows Colorado state law. Once city's jurisdiction is established with this annexation ordinance, this property will undergo the initial zoning ordinance process with an anticipated MUR zoning. This area is planned to be a detention facility for Aurora Water. There's no presentation from the applicants, but we do have, well, there was Aurora Water staff available. They may not be anymore for questions.
Questions, Alex? Questions of staff? Seeing none, then a motion is in order. Moved by Councilmember Drinsky, seconded by,
We have a motion and a second already for this.
oh, we already did that. Oh, that's right. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, call for the question on the adoption of 14A.
The motion passes with 8 yes votes to adopt item 14A.
Would the clerk now please read the title to item number 14B?
Item 14B is Resolution 2025-65, finding a petition for annexation of a parcel of land located in the southeast quarter in the east half of the southwest quarter of Section 10, Township 3 South, Range 65 west of the 6th Principal Meridian, County of Adams, State of Colorado, to be in substantial compliance with Section 3112-1071 CRS, and giving notice of a public hearing on the proposed annexation.
Brief presentation by staff.
Yep, thank you very much. A petition for annexation was filed with the city clerk for annexation of an approximately 242-acre parcel owned by Cowley Management, LLC. This parcel is located at the northwest corner of East 56th Avenue and North Hayesmount Road. This parcel falls within the city's annexation boundary and meets contiguity requirements. The initial zoning ordinance will be presented to City Council concurrently with the annexation ordinance. The initial zoning shall follow the city's comprehensive plan. The annexation process follows Colorado state law, and this annexation will be considered over 3 City Council meetings. Tonight's meeting, in which City Council considers approval of a resolution making a finding that the petition is in substantial compliance with statutory requirements, and sets the public hearing date for July 28th. We have a separate presentation from the applicant. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Questions of staff? Seeing no questions, a motion is in order.
Mayor, I move to approve 14B.
Second.
It's moved by Mayor Pro Tem Sundberg, second by Councilmember Durinsky to approve item number 14B. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, call for the question on the adoption of item number 14B.
The motion passes to adopt item 14B with 8 yes votes.
Okay. Clerk, now please read the title to item number 16A.
Item 16A is discussion and possible action regarding future in-person or virtual council meetings. We have 2 individuals who signed up to speak on this item.
City Attorney.
Thanks, Mayor and Council. City Manager's trying to get the 2 individuals who signed up to speak in the Fletcher room, so I don't know. We may need to just take a couple-minute recess unless they're ready to go. Okay. Ms. Rodriguez, you want to take a 10-minute recess to make sure we get them set up?
They should be. Or 5.
Maybe 5 minutes. So 7:30.
Time is now 7:25. Council will stand in recess until 7:30.
Okay, Cecilia, we're ready for the public speakers to speak.
3 minutes.
Okay, the first speaker is Ayante Anderson.
Hey, besties. I really wish that we don't have to meet under these circumstances every single time. I really hope that we can come to a day where you all are and the staff is able to allow folks to access their regular public comment session and then being able for them to engage in the meeting moving forward. Trust me, just as much as y'all like going off and doing the things that you do after city council, for example, I know that one of y'all is going to see Kevin Gates or saw Kevin Gates or whatever. Like, y'all have outside lives outside of this council chambers, and we also have outside lives. What we come to talk about is justice and accountability for the murder of Kylan Lewis. And so the speeches, you should almost know these by heart at this point, because we say the same thing. We want just justice and accountability. We know that the city council can't go and fire Officer Michael D. Not once has anybody said, hey, we'll leave you alone if you give us $100,000 or whatever, or give the family this amount of money. Nobody's ever talked to y'all about these issues when it comes to the meetings that you're holding. And so for the future of these meetings, I'm really hoping we can both get to a place where we can see your faces in person again, because some of y'all have some beautiful smiles, especially, when you're trying to smile at us and you don't agree. But I really would hope that we can be able to see you in person, but there were people in that room today that wanted to see you and engage with you in person. There were folks that we didn't even know that were standing up saying, hey, let Median have her 2 minutes to be able to speak to council, that we didn't even know were there. We didn't even know we're in the room. Never did you probably think that Tanya Tabachek and Ayante Anderson and Median Schaffner were all advocating for Median Schaffner to be able to have the ability to speak at an Aurora City Council meeting. So y'all are bringing community together. So I really applaud y'all for that. Congratulations. for bringing us together in ways that we never would have imagined. However, as it relates to the future of your meetings, run your public comment system the way you want it to be run. You enforce the rules that you want to be able to enforce. If people break your rules, then they need to face the consequences of those breaking of the rules. I was ready to face that consequence this afternoon. However, for the future of your meetings, just let people get their 2 minutes in for public comment, get their 3 minutes in here. Y'all going about your day, and we just go home. That's it. Nobody's asking you to do anything special about your rules for your upcoming meetings. So I hope to see you all here shortly. Again, some of y'all have amazing smiles, and I would love to be able to see your smiles again, especially as we near the nation's birthday, AKA my birthday as well. So I would love to see some of y'all faces in person before we celebrate that milestone once again. So if we don't see you, happy 4th of July, and I'll see you later.
Okay, next we have Medea and Schaffner.
So I'm not going to be as conceptual as Ayante, or maybe I will, I'm not sure. But I think what I want to do in this time and in this space is I just want to give you all some room for reflection. We've been coming together for a year, and we have been coming to these meetings for over a year. And I'm just going to offer you all some thoughts and thoughtful questions to ask yourselves as you think back on a consistent set of advocacy that has come your way. My first question is, what has this council truly gained from modifying your rules, changing how the community accesses you? What have you truly gained? What if you would have just simply kept your public comment engagement opportunity the same and just let that space be open to the community, no matter what form they come in? No matter what it is that you hear, just letting the community come in and speak and allowing your leadership to be adaptive as your leadership allows in your purview. My next pet question is, whose pain did you ignore in order to preserve your illusion of power? What has that cost the community you claim to serve? When did you first choose silence over solidarity? And what fear convinced that that was leadership? What policies, behaviors, or rules have you hidden behind to justify the dismissal of community voices? Justified murder? How often have you mistaken dissent for disorder? And what harm has that misunderstanding caused? If the people most impacted by your decisions were writing your legacy today, what would it say? And would you have the courage to read it? And my last question, what will it take for you to understand that leadership is not about control, but about creating conditions where every voice, especially the unheard, gets to participate in this process? You all need to reflect. And now is no better time than any. You've gained nothing.
Thank you. Motion is in order on item number 16A.
Well, this would be a motion from a member of council to either change our rules or do anything you like to do differently starting the next meeting. I would state whatever you guys might do to do it indefinitely until you all decide that you want to go back to whatever it is that you may do, so we don't have to keep having this item on the agenda every meeting.
Do we have the quorum here?
We have a quorum.
Okay.
Is everybody here?
To get the two-thirds?
It'd be 2/3 of whoever is here.
Oh, two-thirds
Yeah.
of those
Okay.
present? Okay.
Mayor?
Councilmember Bergen?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we go virtual for our next meeting.
Definitely.
Temporarily.
Or
Indefinitely.
to suspend,
The rule.
To suspend the
public comment.
rules,
And to
you want to
suspend
suspend
public
public comment or
comment.
go virtual?
both.
I'd like to do both.
Okay. So at this point, do you guys just want to do it for the next meeting, or do you want to do it for 60 days? You want to do it indefinitely until you decide otherwise?
I'd like to do it until there's a ruling on the current Kylan Lewis case, because as of right now, criminally, Michael Deek did not in fact murder Kylan Lewis. It's in the court's hands now, and I would like to suspend this to be virtual until we have an official ruling from a court as to whether or not the city is liable in any way, shape, or form for the death of Kylan Lewis. Because if we are not in fact liable in any way, shape, or form for the death of Kylan Lewis, there is nothing left to discuss, and there is no reason for you to come back. And for Tim Anderson, I don't think you think any of us have a pretty smile, because we're all over the age of 18. So I would like to suspend these rules until we have a ruling from the judge on the current Kylan Lewis case. If that takes 2 years, it takes 2 years. I would like to suspend the rules until we have a ruling.
So it sounds like that's the motion, is to suspend the rules, to eliminate public comment, and to have the ongoing council meetings virtually until there is a resolution in the civil case that was just filed by the Lewis family last month.
It's in the court's hands. Let's let the court decide. Let's let the courts decide.
Is there a second on that?
Second.
So we now have a motion and a second, Mayor.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. Discussion?
I'm concerned,
Councilmember Hancock.
I'm concerned that even with the virtual meetings, that we will still have this issue where people will fraudulently attach themselves to issues or public comments on our public hearing portions and still do the same thing.
But that's fine. We can shut them off. The mayor says,
Done.
done. Mayor says, done.
Okay.
We can do that virtually, easier than if they're in person.
Okay, further discussion?
Okay.
Councilmember Casada, did you have something? Okay.
Who's on, who do we have, just for council members that are online, just for,
Medina, Sundberg, Coombs, Six.
so 3? Okay, there's 6.
What's up? Yep, I'm here as well.
Okay,
Sunbreak's here.
okay. Further discussion?
Okay, further discussion? Seeing none, call for the question on the Bergen motion.
And I'll tell you, again, to reiterate for the record, what is the Bergen motion? It is to suspend the rules, which again requires a 2/3 vote of those present. It would eliminate public comment entirely moving forward, and we would put all meetings virtually until there is a ruling in the Kylan Lewis civil case that was filed at the end of last month.
Public comment on items that are not on the agenda.
Right, this
Mayor?
is public, correct, this is a public comment listening session. I would also ask just for timing, if we can move the meeting to 6 p.m. instead of 6:45. Is that a friendly amendment? Do you accept that as a
Right,
second?
okay. I think somebody has to offer it besides you.
Right, sorry, you're right. That was a suggestion, thank you, Mayor.
We're getting a little carried away, aren't we here?
Wait, somebody, can we just start with the main motion? So we don't have 5 minutes.
He's offering the friendly amendment.
Yeah, friendly amendment.
Well, I was, you were the motion on the,
You made the main motion,
You made the
Councilman
main
Madrinsky, and Councilman Bergen seconded it, so you'll have to
Okay,
accept.
so,
This is a friendly amendment to start the council meetings at 6 p.m.
You accept that?
I accept that.
okay.
All right, everybody know what the motion is.
Okay, discussion on the motion?
Mayor?
Councilmember Coombs?
Yeah, so this is, once again, absolutely ridiculous. An attempt to silence the public instead of simply just listening, and find more ways to silence the public instead of simply just listening. So I oppose.
Further discussion?
Mayor?
Councilmember Madrinsky?
Yeah, we have listened over and over and over and over again, and You know, I came into their space. I went on to a show and I had a wonderful conversation with a man in their community, and I asked for the lawsuit to be filed. Within a week, the lawsuit was filed. So I think we're making progress. We're having conversations and we're making progress. So now it's in the court's hands. So let's let the court decide, because that's going to be the final ruling. So you can continue to show up and you can tell a black officer to bring his black ass down here and make you move to Anderson. That's what you said. It's recorded. But we're done. We're done with the disrespect. Go in every direction. We're done. We're going to conduct city business, and that's what we're going to do. So I came into your space. We had a conversation. I asked you to file the lawsuit. Lawsuit was filed within a week. It's in the court's hands. Let's let the court decide. If the court decides that the city had absolutely no liability in the death of Kylan Lewis, then it's over and there's nothing else to talk about. That's it. So no reason to even see each other. You don't need to see anybody's pretty smile except your own. Look in the mirror.
Further discussion?
Mayor?
Councilmember Coombs.
We don't actually get to decide when the people are done speaking.
Mayor, call for the question.
Okay, the motion to call for the question, non-debatable motion.
Two-thirds, yep.
Call for the question on the motion to call for the question.
Yeah, second.
Oh,
Councilmember
it was
Hancock.
seconded, yeah.
Yep.
This is on ending debate?
Yeah.
Mayor Kaufman?
Mayor votes yes.
The motion passes with 7 yes votes, 3 no votes to end debate and vote immediately on the main motion.
So to the motion,
Call for the question.
and call for the question.
Second.
No, we don't have to.
Make your
You already-
votes.
You already
Yep.
did it.
I'll do it again. Put it on the record. I'm smiling.
Stage fight. I want to put them in a room together. Two of them in a
Mayor
room.
Kaufman?
Mayor votes yes.
The motion passes with 7 yes votes, 3 no votes from Councilmember Coombs, Medina, Murillo to hold the foreseeable council meetings and virtually starting at 6 p.m. and to eliminate public comment listening session.
Perfect, thank you. We'll see you in court. Smile.
Reports.
Oh, reports, oh, darn.
Reports. I just want to stress for people who follow me on Facebook, I post generally every day about things that I'm doing, and it's Mike Kaufman Facebook. Let's see. Councilmember Murillo. Oh, I'm sorry. I would go ahead and start with you at large. Councilmember Jurinski.
Yes. Thank you so much. I want to smile while I give my report here. So over the past couple of weeks, a couple of things that well, first and foremost, my son graduated preschool. I'm very proud of that. And now he will enter the Cherry Creek School District here in Aurora. And then I was invited to a neighborhood picnic. Mayor, you missed out, and I have a gift for you from the neighborhood.
Yay.
Kirkgard Acres had a neighborhood picnic, and it was a ton of fun. The whole neighborhood came out, and they put on this picnic, and they got the money for this picnic through a grant program that we have in the city. They got $350 and held a wonderful picnic. And then on Saturday night, and I need to track down what part Aurora played in this, but our logo was on this flyer as a sponsor. But I attended a daddy-daughter dance, and I asked my 80-year-old dad to be my date to the daddy-daughter dance that the city of Aurora helped sponsor. And this event was incredible. I was definitely the oldest daughter there, but I felt like this should be an all-ages event, and I'm gonna ask my dad to be my date every year. But this was absolutely an incredible event for young girls and their dads in Aurora. It was out at the Gaylord. It was incredible. Rocky, the Nuggets mascot, was there, and I think there was more screaming from young girls at this event than at a Taylor Swift concert. So this was incredible, and I hope to see the city continue to have involvement in this event moving forward. Thank you.
Councilmember Gardner? Councilmember Coombs?
Mayor?
Yes, please proceed.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I have to say that tonight's meeting is, though not surprising, disappointing. We have shut down the public from speaking, and we've also, despite the fact that we do have community members that have asked us for ADUs both by email and in person, decided that we're not going to implement that policy. It's difficult, honestly, to be a member of a body wherein we consistently ignore the value of perspectives different from ours and the value of requests that may not be what we personally want. And I'll continue serving because it's important to also have a voice that recognizes what those folks say, but it's disheartening. I'm disheartened. And I hope that we can all still come together. We have Global Fest coming up. We have Juneteenth coming up, and come together in the spirit of real inclusion that those events embody.
Councilmember Kassar?
So last week, I had a great time with municipal judges alongside with Councilwoman Stephanie and Francois. It was great, to be there and to learn their, due process. And also, I had the chance to, have a community conversation with reflection and healing. And so that's all I have, and thank you.
Councilmember Murillo? Councilmember, Mayor Pro Tem Sundberg?
Thanks, Mayor. Of course, I saw you at Gateway Park where hotels and other businesses were concerned about some crime in the area, which has improved. And they were also concerned about the upcoming regional navigation campus, which is going to be their neighbor, and we gave them reassurances. Let's see, Colorado Freedom Memorial event. A couple of council members were there. That was extra special this year. It's powerful when letters are read from some folks about folks who had died. So it's really hits home with personal with that event. Rick always does a fantastic job. I'm part of the Triple Creek Trailhead Art and Public Places art selection for that area. It's always fascinating. I'm glad Councilwoman Jurinsky went to the Daddy Daughter Dance. That's actually organized by a few moms in Ward 2. They put together a number of events every year that bring great community together. Even though we don't have public transportation yet in huge areas of Ward 2, there are some micro transit opportunities. The Majestic development now has vans that shuttle people back and forth to their jobs to the RTD station. In the Highlands, there are some electric vans that take people around, and we're talking about other vans in Porteos where there's a huge need for transportation. People actually go to the airport on light rail, then take car rental shuttle buses and then hop off those and go to their jobs, which the rental car companies aren't too crazy about, as you can understand. Let's see. People are excited about some stoplights that are going to be turned on this week in Ward 2, Jewel and E470, 6th and Catawba, Stephen Hogan and Piccadilly. That light should be on later this month. 56 and Piccadilly is moving along, but a gas company put the brakes on that. And then, of course, the Mizell event. That's my first time attending that. Councilman Kassar was there. And what a positive event. Talk about a who's who of who's in business, politics, nonprofit. Very positive event that comes against hate. Thank you, sir.
Councilmember Medina. Councilmember Hancock.
Thank you, Mayor. I had the opportunity last week, along with you, to attend the graduation of Class 25-1 at the 911. These young responders will be your first line of call when you call into the 911 center. They do a vital work to help connect people who need things with police and Access Aurora. It's a Herculean task that they do, and it's great that they have folks that are acting as first responders to help facilitate that. You remember that campaign, It's 10 o'clock, you know where your children are? Remember that campaign? I think it's time to resurrect it this summer in light of the alarming rise in violence among our young people. It's appalling to see young girls involved in a so-called fight club. How is this behavior empowering them and teaching them the value of self-worth? How is this showing them how to comport themselves as young women worthy of admiration and respect? As my grandmother used to say, nothing good happens after midnight in the street. We need to heed this timeless wisdom and guide our young people away from harm and back to spaces of safety. A sign of increasing maturity among young people is accepting responsibility and accountability. We can no longer allow young people to act recklessly without accountability. As independent thinking people, we are responsible for our own lives. This is a process that starts in kindergarten when we make choices whether to share or not to share. We continue, and we cannot expect our young people to suddenly become mature at the age of 18 without it being modeled to them or if they're not being mentored along the way. Young people, I implore you, you are stakeholders in your own life, your own future. Take hold of it. Don't be pressured to do things that will harm you. You do have a choice. I understand parents are under continued stress. They're working 2 jobs sometimes trying to make ends meet, and sadly it leaves influencing of our young people to other people. And, you know, in light of the tragic shooting of that 15-year-old last weekend, it just breaks my heart when I see young people being exposed to forces and influences that don't mean them any good. There are great community organizations like A Road Called Straight that mentor young people and provide safe, structured activities while also holding them accountable for their actions. Employers, we have a huge untapped resource of young people who need work, who need to be hired. Work internships to prepare young people for trades could be an excellent option. Dr. Brownlee and Aurora, Community College of Aurora and Denver, they're working on ways to have kids get into internships in welding, plumbing, and HVAC. If you didn't know this, reach out because there are programs. For me, I got my first job at 14. It changed my life. It kept me off the streets. I need our churches, I'm calling you to step up, to open your doors beyond Sundays, welcoming young people and giving them positive ways to get involved. We're only victims if we allow ourselves to be. Let's challenge ourselves and one another to take responsibility and hold each other accountable. I don't want the predictions of increased violence this summer to become a reality. Let's work together to stop it now. We don't need another nonprofit organization to make this happen. We just need willing and available people who will reach out. We also have another untapped resource, our senior community. You know, in the Bible, in the book of Titus, it reminds us that older women and men can teach and mentor the younger people. This is an investment in intergenerational bridge that can be built. It requires time and commitment, you know. I want to be clear. This is not an indictment. This is a call for help, a call for engagement and action. The death of young people like that of Katanya Jordan Smith should not happen. It's preventable. My heart goes out to her family and her mom. It's got to be heartbreaking to have someone call you and tell you that your child is gone. And I remember when I was a kid, you know, and when my kids were kids, I helped raise 7 children. We'd go to bed, my son would climb out the window. I mean, we can't, it's hard. Being a parent is probably the hardest job you'll ever have, and sometimes the most thankless job you can ever have. And all we can do is pour into our kids and hope that they're listening and that they make wise choices. But we want to do all that we can to help them as well. I'm asking any organizations, churches, groups with the capacity to help, please reach out to me via email or phone. Let's redirect this kinetic energy of these young people, to redirect them from harm to help, to positively uplift our community. We're going to pay for it now. We're going to pay for it later. But we've got to start now. We can't just raise up our hands and say we can't do anything. We got to fight back. And we're all better for it when we try. My number is on the website. You can go to stephanieforoaurora.com. Reach out to me. I want to help. That's my report, Mayor.
Councilmember Lawson.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Hancock, it's a hard work to follow. I'm just going to provide my legislative update. So the governor has signed 476 bills into law, including the city-sponsored legislation, HB 25-1112, local authorities enforce vehicle registration. We have to look for Councilmember Hancock and Mayor Kaufman, and several other city priorities such as addressing construction defect litigation, penalty for theft of a firearm, and address juvenile detention bed caps. In Congress, the cabinet secretaries will appear before the following House and Senate committees this week to defend their respective budget requests, and the Senate is expected to release the full bill text for their budget reconciliation spending measure, including provisions from the Senate Finance Committee by the end of this week. And I do want to say the big, beautiful bill, I reviewed it this week for my employer, and it's 1,000 pages. Woo! And so it was something else to read. So it has a lot of things in there. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. So, Mayor, thank you. That's my report.
Way to go, Councilmember Lawson. Way to go.
Councilmember Bergen,
Thank you, Mayor. I was actually called to jury duty by the municipal court. I know the mayor was after me, so I don't know if it was an age thing that we got called.
No, I was called in October.
Oh, okay. I did not get selected, darn, but I just want to say, I think you posted this, Mayor, but the jury commissioner, Kim, I forget her last name, did an excellent job explaining the process. Even though I didn't get picked, because somebody would have gone to jail probably, but that's why I didn't get picked. Okay. Anyway, attended also the Colorado Remembers celebration. Try to go there every single year. It's such a wonderful, special celebration, and Rick Crandall does it, and his wife Diane do such a marvelous job with that celebration. I had the Fitzsimmons Redevelopment Authority Board meeting, and then I got to attend the Inspiration Community Center grand opening. Council a year ago voted to approve, I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago, approved the site plan for it. And so they let me say a few words, and it's a beautiful community center. Wow. A lot of children were already there for the grand opening, and they're going to have a lot of activities for them. So very happy for them. And then lastly, and Laura, you know this, we finally got the Creekside community to vote on allowing us to finally do the connection for Inspiration Trail, Piney Creek Trail, I should say. So they had to have a vote. They needed a 2/3 vote by all of their residents, which, as you know, is a high threshold to reach. And they snuck by and got that 2/3 vote to affirm it. So I'm anxious to see the trail finally connected.
Are you going to walk or work out on it?
I'm going to walk. I don't work out.
Seeing no serious further business before the Aurora City Council meeting is adjourned.